PCS North West Young Members Convener, I'm proud to be speaking here today on behalf of a fighting trade union which has been and will continue to be at the forefront of defending its members, jobs and fighting inequality. Before I do start, I want to give solidarity to our brothers and sisters in Egypt and congratulate you for taking and not just words. The turnout of this rally today is tremendous. And PCS Young Members Network and all our joining unions and students have been saying all along that young people aren't just apathetic or uninterested in trade unions. Being a young person in Cameron's Britain today is tough. Youth unemployment stands at 20%. 5 people chase every job, barred from education by the prospect of being in debt for a lifetime, confined in living with your parents or a single room until you're 35 and told you must pay with your future for the mistakes of the bankers. This is unacceptable, and we will do everything in our power to link up with other young people in the workplace, in the community, in colleges and universities, in stopping these vicious attacks raining down on us. In PCS we say no cuts are necessary. There is an alternative. Make the rich and big business pay by collecting in £1 million for the tax they dodge each year and investing in decent quality public services. In that they could prove decent job opportunities for young people and build safe, affordable housing, and that's just for the start. Overall, it was announced that 490,000 total public sector jobs to be lost. They're likely because of £1.8 billion in public sector pensions following the Hutton report. £7 billion in additional welfare budget cuts are to be made. The return 65 to 66 by 2020. Many members will now face uncertainty and anxiety and anger over their jobs, pensions and the wider impact of the comprehensive spending review on public sector services. I'll give you an example of how some of these cuts will affect the public. Somebody needing help completing their tax return or help claiming benefits will no longer be able to get their local job centre or their local tax offices, as the offices have been shut. They are then forced to phone the benefit helpline or tax hotline for assistance to find, instead of waiting 20 minutes to get through to an overworked, low-paid worker, to now have to wait 50 minutes as there are less staff available to help. To defeat the cuts, we need to give people confidence, and the cuts are never inevitable or necessary, and there is an alternative. Rather than cutting jobs on the cheap, the government should be looking at making the tax gap smaller. The UK tax gap is currently £1 billion. This is made up of £25 billion tax avoidance, £70 billion tax evasion and £26 billion in uncollected tax. Yet, of hiring more staff when each tax compliant office brings in £658,000 of tax revenue continues. We need investment in our jobs and services. Our members and PCS fully support the view. 96% of PCS members voted recently oppose all cuts in jobs and public services. With massive support for our alternative vision. We have been working alongside Youth Fight for Jobs in CWU, RMT, GMB, Unite and others to argue for the TUC to develop a fighting programme for young people, including a national demonstration by the end of last year. We are disappointed that the TUC hasn't taken us seriously, but we are glad that this event has been organised and we are now committed to getting the youth presence on the 26th of March demonstration. We also send solidarity greetings to all students in London right now who are protesting at sky-high fees and for free education. We want to actively work alongside our brothers and sisters in education. So for that reason, we have written to the organisers for the London demo in a bid to seek unity and future working to make our movement stronger and bigger. Finally, this government lives on a different planet from us. They're also a weak government, and without a mandate for what they want to do. We can beat them, we can stop them, and we can win. Thanks for listening.